Matching hundreds. I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see teams with a couple of running backs who each went over 100 yards a weekend ago, as it'll be the Washington Redskins taking on the Green Bay Packers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, the tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Redskins, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett. Brissett to throw on first. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Yeah, I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Here's Brissett. He's got his man here. It's Green. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. To throw, Brissett. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. And a quick look at Washington's offense.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. We'll take a look at the starters here defensively for the Packers. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. On play action, Brissett. Finding Green complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there of 22. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
The ball carried by the wide receiver.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. To throw is Brissett. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Dawson's kick is up and through. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the only 6-time Super Bowl champion in league history. In his 20th season now, Tom Brady.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether they're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out, and see if everyone comes out and matches up. In any event, anytime you see man coverage, you tell your guys you got to win those matchups, because if you do, you'll get the football and probably for a nice game.
Quickly now, here's a look at the Green Bay offense.
Big Dwayne Brown is still one of the top left tackles in the NFL. A 4-time Pro Bowler, he's respected around the league because of his big frame, nimble feet, and strong grip. When you rush the passer against Dwayne Brown, you're just hoping to get near the quarterback.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Here's a look at the starters defensively for Washington. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
I'm here all day. Reload.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
A first down carry for Barkley. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Saquon Barkley. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the 25 on 2nd down. Brissett, that's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
Brissett's pass, complete to Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 10.
On first down, Barkley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed and, more importantly, perhaps that first-round bye.
But they have to clinch it, don't they?
Yeah.
That's the key, right? So, in a sense, the playoffs have started. They've got to go ahead and get this thing done. Otherwise, it's a different road, and you really don't want to be at the mercy of other teams and their results.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
380. Right there, 54 Mike. Let's go.
A first down carry by Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Looking to throw on second down. Brady. And his throw is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. Last week, what a game. He was knocking on the door for 200.
And one of the things I saw come out of last week's game in his post-game press conference, he gave a lot of credit to the offensive line, as you might expect. He also talked about the wide receivers blocking on the perimeter, because no big game happens unless wide receivers block as well.
And watching film, you showed me he also made people miss. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
On second down now, Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Play action now. Brissett. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep, Golden Tate. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
I got you. Pump. Check. Regular.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7. 6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Redskins 6, Packers nothing.
Wait, set. 53. 59. Let's go, defense. Let's go, Ozzy.
Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now Elliott. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
Let's go. Sugar.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
He was taken down by Mason Foster.
Hey, check.
Draw play, Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Brady. And Tate's got it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Brady's throw there complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady, and he'll hit his tight end, Walker. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. That throw by Brady incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From midfield, here's Brady. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. It's Patrick Robinson there on the stop. On second down, Barkley. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 48 yards on the ground. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's running to get into the top 5.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. This is Barkley. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A.J. Green, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Here's Phil Dawson now for the point after. And he's got it to make it now 13-0.
Makes the score, Redskins 13.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. He completes it to Tate. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Elliott. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. they find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Wait, that's wide, 20. Coming this way, here we go. Watch it, he's now.
They'll run on first down. Elliott, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Wait, that's check 59, Mike is 50.
Here's Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Packers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And Robinson with a big catch. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. That time a slant, Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate, but most of the time he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
Brady now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And Stills bringing it in. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Here's Brady to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now Brady again. And that's Elliott, complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Brady now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's A.J. Green as he gets set to go again on offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Brissett from the gun on 3rd. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And the return will stop right around the 25. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Set, 380.
Check, 59. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Hit.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This one from 48 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Anderson, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game is Jacoby Brissett, who's led the way on offense in the first half. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And Brady's throw there, incomplete. And they're going jet sweep. Here's Tate. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. To throw on third down. Brady, he's got his man. This is Tate. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah, you can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness, that's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Walker has it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. This is Elliott. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. It's complete. Stills. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. A handoff left, Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Tucker's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done. One
good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Play fake, Brissett. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. first down, Brissett. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Check 43.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And that's complete to Croft. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Brissett sets to throw it. He's got Green. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Brissett. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And Dawson's kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They are down by a single possession here, 16-9, as they come up 1st and 10. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now Brady. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady on the left side. This is Stills. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Brady, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. The run by Elliott, a good one on 1st down as he's able to pick up about 6 there. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They go to Elliott again, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. A 20th carry here for Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Second and 2 at the 39-yard line.
From the 39, Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Redskins on third down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. 23 yards, the final tally. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different. Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, fourth quarter. This is a huge decision. Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence? We're about to find out.
The wide receiver, the ball carrier. He's taken out of bounds behind the line.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Brissett. They're able to locate Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards that time at a Washington first.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Brissett now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. From the 45 on 2nd down. Brissett. Green brings it in. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Brissett. Finding Green complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards that time and a Washington 1st.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A 1st down carry for Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Brissett now. That's going to be caught. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Here's Barkley. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball?
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. That throw by Brady, incomplete. Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. And Stills bringing it in. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Brady now on first down. He completes it to Tate. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 33 yards that time.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Checking in on Houston. It's in the fourth quarter there. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Brady. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Touchdown, Packers! Golden Tate, his 4th touchdown on the year, and the Packers have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. That time a 6-play drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. All right, here now a look at A.J. Green. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Brissett. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith, as he gets the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw, Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A quick feed from Tate. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. A fourth-quarter score from the Meadowlands. It's now a 2-touchdown lead there for the Dolphins. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They go play action here on first down. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. On third down, Elliott. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Elliott. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Packers, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.